This might possibly be one of the biggest RTS games of all time. Now, maybe not quite like StarCraft in the 90s, but for those of you who've been waiting a very long time for a modern real-time strategy game that focuses on modern equipment, tactics, and more, well, this game might have you. Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here. Welcome to Broken Arrow, our first look at the Russian mission Blackout. Technically, I already completed this before in a live stream on the channel, but it was a lot of fun, and I thought it would be great to break these down and also showcase more from this game, including the arsenal. All the units coming soon to the game, of course, for these two factions, with more nations on the way, and of course more, I guess, let's call them sub-factions in between. You've got some new things that have been introduced recently, like the American Special Forces here, that are all sorts of different this and that of aircraft and helicopters, infantry, trucks and troops and tanks. Very cool stuff. And of course, we'll see a little bit more for the Russians here today, too, as we have a mission called Operation Blackout going into a power plant in order to cut the power and do some other stuff, I think, in Latvia. So anyway, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you do, because we're going to be doing some giveaways and more here on the channel. And I'd like to know from you if you'd like to be in. So say I'm in down below in the comment section. Oh yes, let me know. And yeah, make sure you smash like and subscribe. Now, another great thing to note about this game is that we've already got the American Air Base heist mission out there. So if you want to see American forces, that's already on the channel. And we'll probably be skipping the tutorial, as it's some pretty big basic stuff, but it might be required in the full playthrough before we get into the main mission. So I believe the American mission and the Russian mission are somewhat earlier in the campaign, and this one is going to be very cinematic. And I hope that this Russian mission is a really like a standard for all of them. I want this game to be incredibly similar to World in Conflict, with how it blows me away with the voice acting and the you know, in-mission cutscenes, although I think we'll only see a few of those, and they won't be as touching as in World in Conflict, where they've made created memorable characters, but we shall see. All right, let's go ahead and jump in to our first look at the RU mission Blackout. Let's go. Wow, quite the intro to that mission. We're going to go ahead and go with, it's not my first time for this one. Our competence, I guess, is somewhere in the middle. Game's not released, things are not balanced, but overall our mission then is to capture this power plant and defend it for the combat engineers to shut down the reactors. You can see the story playing out down below. Essentially, this is going to be all automatic for us. We're going to be going into the positions, and troops are going to be dropped off. We're going to defend these positions here. There's a, I think, a logistics center here and a rail yard there, and that's going to give us forward defensive positions against the Latvians, who are going to try to counterattack the power plant. So we need to defend both the control rooms of the reactor halls, and then try to help the engineers in any way possible. All right, here come the helicopters. Alligators and Mi-35s are coming in to wreck any and all forces there. All right, we'll hold back and clear all the defenses. And friendly forces will be dropped in some pretty good positions here. All right, excellent. Good work. All right, all clear. Friendly troops should be coming in now in transports. And we're going to settle in for a little bit. I think we We can have these troops go back right away. Enemy might attack again, but the AI should have both positions defended. We don't have any ammo at the moment. Well, we're getting low. Here come all of our troops. All right, we'll swing by each of the positions and hit them a little bit. But the AI should be able to clear up a couple of trucks. We don't need to gang up too much with helicopters. Now, that cinematic intro was quite something, and I hope to see a lot more of that in the future for all the missions and all the factions. We will be getting more than just the Americans and the Russians. Maybe the British next. Maybe the French. Maybe a mix. Who knows? All right. Goal is to protect the landing zones. They are certainly doing that. There's our forces there. And we'll keep them in position. Alright, the Spetsnaz have stormed the power plant. They're getting into the control rooms. The engineers in there may lock the doors, and the Spetsnaz will have to work their way through there. Alright, attack helicopters are being sent back. We're now on our own with infantry. VDV. Wow, look at all the forces retreating. They're also dropping flares, which is a little concerning. I don't think we're being shot at by anything yet. No points for us and no additional vehicles, so it's going to be a little quiet out there. Now, the enemy forces are going to get their militias in gear. The Latvians are going to be very furious about this. I don't know exactly what's going on in the story at this point, but the Russians have rolled in to knock out the power for some reason. And the Latvians and other forces may be coming in to take it back. Oh, yeah. Looks like another missile's probably going to go into that building there. No. Wow. Hey, good job. Looks like they fired one ATGM right into that house. Forget that house in particular. Cool. Alright, secondary objectives here are to hold the railroad and the logistics centers. And there's going to be a final objective to defend this guy here on screen. He's I think he's like kind of trying to be Malyshenko from World in Conflict. He's a pseudo Malyshenko. I don't know. We'll have to hear from the voice actors, but nothing beats dealing with that pain in the ass. Of course, well, Webb was great. Colonel Sawyer was wonderful, but you know who we're talking about. The loose cannon. Not Parker. The other one. You know. Bannon. Alright. Missiles away. Oh, that looks hilarious. Okay. So, enemy forces are attacking on the left with armored trucks and cars. Troops are being ambushed on the roads. They don't really stand a chance here. I want to get some supply out for myself. Our forces are holding pretty strong so far. Alright, back to the right flank. It'll be like this for a little while until they get their main forces here. Very much feeling like World in Conflict. Alright. Well, looks like they're surrendering. Ah, we captured an officer. There's a large mechanized brigade stationed nearby, and it has been alerted. Sounds like an attempt to frighten us, but if it's true, we need to be gone before they arrive, or we won't see the morning. Engineers have not yet arrived. In the meantime, I wanted to compliment how wonderfully laid out these cities are. Every time I play this game and see a new mission, in the back of my mind, I sometimes forget to mention it's like City Skylines. It's like somebody building a beautifully modified city in City Skylines. There's the appropriate amount of industrial areas and density, medium and high density, and buildings laid out, parking lots. Seems believable. I mean, this actually could be a great map maker, or somebody who is good at building cities and playing other games could be a great map maker in a game like this. Not necessarily trying to make it fair and balanced, to which war is not, but to realistically recreate a city or a city center anywhere. All right, more of those grenades coming out. Forces rushing into the woods. More of our grenades being launched. Nice. Wonderful. Quiet again. Right flank. Oh, large amounts of enemy activity now. Now they're stepping it up. No more simple conscripts. They're now bringing in something a little more difficult. Missiles away. M113s have driven one of these before. Ooh. That's some big damage, boys. Our forces there are taking a little bit of a beating. Getting close that we need to retreat to one of these supply points. And retreat first with one force. We're gonna have everyone pull back. I need to get them into supply. Now we got the smoke screen in between. Forces on the right. We've got VDV Spetsnaz, AGS-30s there. Enemy infantry in the tree line. Getting hit by... Wow. Ton of grenades. Vehicle there destroyed. Gobbling up that first supply. We need to resupply further. We need to make sure we've got plenty of ammo. Mechanized assault in the right flank destroyed. On to the left. Now's the time to breathe. Get those forces into those supply zones. Not much going on the left side. Small vehicles spotted. And transports coming in. ATGM away. Going towards the M113. A hit. Second missile on a hit. M113, a different one. Finishing those off with grenades. Beautiful. Yeah, they're storming the left flank now, they say. To get the rest of the supply there. Seems greedy of me, but We will be able to bring in more, and the enemy's welcome to our supply when we call it in. Friendlies are welcome to it. Missile away again. Get up there, stay in that supply point. Alright, all supply is gone. We're now going to defend these buildings here. Okay, we're telling them that we're running out of ammo. We're refueling the choppers, and the engineers are on board. They should be here soon. We're very low on ammo. We don't have a proper way to replenish. Alright, reinforcements are available. Immediately I'm going to call up supply. Max out on 4,000 for this right group. They called in supply on both. And I think we'll call in a little bit more. The enemy will eventually try to hit our supply. It's going to be bad news to us. Do we want to call in Spetsnaz? I don't think I want to call in Spetsnaz just yet. I think we'll bring in 2 groups of Cornet, I think. Okay, I'm going to drop off some units in the rear. Okay, we're going to also drop the supply here. Quickly drop it off. And you'll see that supply quickly diminish. My forces resupplied there. Looks like we're dropping into pre-existing fobs. Gonna drop all nearby and then reload 2. Continue to salvage some points. Look at that, they're still pulling a lot of that supply. Seems like there's a lot there, but 8,000 will go quickly. Already down to almost 7. Okay, let's grab these 2 and put them back on board. And we're going to also call up some units here. Alright, might be a little unwise to stay inside this capture zone there. Enemy has not been attacking for a while. We're holding logistics center, we're holding the railroad. Series of giant warehouses, containers, and whatnot. Enemies attacking the left flank. Alright, missiles right into a building. Sweet. Good job. Do it again. Oh, Here come our choppers, but they're way off course. They're going over the enemy. Oh, and getting hit by AA. Oh, that chopper nearby. Last wave of paratroopers was dropped near the power plant. Starting to see armored vehicles with heavy weapons. Great. Probably going to be back on the right side again. Mi-26s have been deployed. Airlift you armored reinforcements. What's the most pressing need on the battlefield right now? Oh, they're going to give us an option like with the Americans in the C-17 in the previous mission. All right, so now we can call in 120mm mortars if we would like to. That's a good one. ATGMs would be good too, but the autocannons, 4 of them, would be really good against all the light stuff the enemy's throwing at us. And possibly any sort of helicopters they could have too. So let's get the BMDs up. Whoa, damn. What the hell was that? Oh, they blew up the damn supply. Friendlies are still in that building. We're going to push up and re-secure. I was going to mix those troops up into the 2 positions, but the one on the right is really starting to struggle. Left is struggling. BMDs are on the way. Just drop those troops. Alright, get out of there. Chopper going down. Right, Mi-26s. Alright, BMD2s are up. Good. Gonna hit the enemy on the flank there as they approach. Enemy artillery. Let's save up points for a while. We're going to float some points. More importantly, try to float some choppers. Pull some guys out of the fight. BMDs are getting there. Enemy bringing up scimitars. Old British tanks. And artillery is brutal. We're gonna make it so they have to come behind this area to get us. We're still holding. If we're gonna get that artillery, we probably have to cut through a lot of units. I don't know if we'll be able to do it so easily. Oh my god. An insane amount of forces on the left. There's your mortar right there. I could anticipate that we're going to get pushed back soon. Left flank's doing a good job. There's a lot of enemy units coming. Yeah, they're talking about the situation at the power plant and enemy forces that are in the area. We have to buy time for our units to rearm here. It's calming down. Did they finally give up? That would surprise me. I don't like it. Uh-oh. That means they're going to come in with something. Oh, well, we're still holding the logistics center. Never mind. We don't need it anymore. Artillery. Get the hell out of there. It doesn't matter anymore. No way we're gonna get out of there with everybody. Let's see. The damn equipment is rotten to the core. The control rods are stuck halfway through, refuse to go down. They're gonna be using table saws and stuff to be able to cut through that reactor. I'm not kidding either. Okay, we need more supply. Okay. Oh, enemy helicopter actually spotted for once. Ah, BMDs were a good choice. They're pushing through again now. going to be gobbling up a lot of supply here. Exciting mission. Getting pushed back with the artillery. A lot of choppers for now. Some of them will make it back. Make sure you guys are out back. Oh boy. Here come their forces, light transports. Turning that beautiful side armor towards us. BMDs were a good choice. BMD destroyed there. That one was far away from the action, too. Wow, damn, those scimitars. Yeah, those tanks are no longer going to cut it. The enemy's brought up some good armor now. Enemies breaking through. We need helicopters. It worked. One reactor has been shut down. Moving on to the second. Oh, we got the middle all surrounded. Capturing the flanks. We don't have a lot of points to call in anything. That left side is brutal. We need attack choppers. More scimitars. All right. It's a lot more challenging than the first time we played. The first time we had artillery support, and that went pretty well, holding the enemy back when we could. This time, trying to keep the positions held a little bit more and give the AI a position to defend from as well. It's going to come down to the defense of the plant. They're actually going to be live firing at a nuclear power plant. Imagine that. unfortunate. All right. Well, these VDV forces are going to have to fight now. They must be very close to being done. All right, they're crawling all around, but they're not attacking just yet. We got nothing we can get in there with. Luckily, they haven't captured the right flank fallback position. Job done. Shut down to both reactors. Excellent. All right, we did it. Right in the nick of time. Cover the engineer evacuation. Well, good luck. Choppers are here to pick them up. Oh, thank God they actually have missiles and rockets. Oh, it looks like they'll get away just fine. Barely get away. Engineers successfully evacuated. Evacuate your vehicles. Oh, we did. And our infantry, too. Okay, apparently this Spetsnaz group is under our command. There was a group of Spetsnaz and whatnot in this one as well. I guess we don't command them. Oh, great. A sniper pinning down the area. Great. Well, here come friendly choppers. Well, we didn't have any vehicles to evacuate. They gave their lives to try to defend those roadways. They did a damn good job. Oh, a nick of time. Sweet. Get this chopper out of here. Cover Marchenko's evacuation. I mean, he seems fine. And our choppers are there too. I don't know. I did not complete this objective previously as well, so it must have something to do with maybe not taking a loss or any damage. Seems to be pretty tough to do, though, to hold those positions, especially with just infantry. You got to be a micromanaged master to do that. And that'll just come with practice, which is cool. Play these missions over and over again. Nothing left to evacuate. Alright, well, let's get these forces out of here, too. Just some supply remaining. Very good. Yeah, imagine that. On gold medal, you're going to have to evacuate and protect the other guy's forces. It's like dealing with Malyshenko all over again. Alright, guys, so that's going to be all for our first look at an extendo mission for Broken Arrow. Both missions up for the U.S. mission airbase heist, and also this one, Blackout. Hope to see you all for more. Let me know that you're in down below in the comment section for the giveaway. Thank you very much for subscribing to the channel, and we'll see you all next time. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.